Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take. First, before we get into it, just to let you know, I have deleted all my previous live streams. Apparently on YouTube that F's up things, and I'm trying to get back in the algorithm, which seems to be deleting people at random, and sometimes, I don't know, it supposedly helps if you do your live streams on a separate channel. If you just do live streams and you just do regular videos. So I've removed all my live streams. They're gone. I just deleted them. They were very topical anyway. If you missed them, it's just me commenting on various political figures. And Joan doing what Joan does. Right, Joan? Okay. So YouTube didn't delete them. I did. Just to let you know. That's a reason to watch my videos when they happen, damn it. Anyhow, getting into the Biden administration that we could be dealing with. Probably, maybe, I don't know anymore. Biden taps climate czar who previously presided over millions of gallons of pollutants pouring into a pristine river. Because why not? Because why not hire, I don't know, a big game hunter to run the wildlife refuge? Why not hire a guy who murders people to run the jails? I mean, it's pretty much the whole Biden administration, right? If you're an evil corporatist who does the exact opposite of what normal human beings would want, you're hired. And people complained about Trump. Gina McCarthy's Environmental Protection Agency was directly responsible for the release of millions of gallons of heavy metal wastewater into the scenic Colorado River in 2015. So you have tweets here from the Washington Examiner. Gina McCarthy says it's, quote, not easy to watch Trump kill her EPA rules. And then later, Bill replies, it wasn't too easy to watch the EPA release 1 million gallons of wastewater into the Animas River either. Hashtag EPA. And you can see before, pristine river, after, gross. So this is the kind of people Biden is hiring. And meanwhile, people are already making excuses for Biden. Ron Johnson, congressional exposure of Biden's foreign entanglements neutralized blackmail risk. Really? That's very interesting. Because first, you're assuming that everything that we know about the Bidens is all that is there, right? There's no more embarrassing things about the Bidens, which just isn't true. Just isn't true. When you have, Hunter talking about his therapist saying how he's been sexually inappropriate with a younger member of the Biden family, I think you have way more there. I think there's weird stuff going in the Biden family. And add to the fact that, people who end up being molested often become molesters themselves. You can maybe start to think, oh, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So if Hunter has some inappropriate, actions, let's say, that a therapist might consider inappropriate sexually, what about Joe Biden? What about Joe Biden sniffing that he had to be told multiple times to stop before he finally actually stopped? Allegedly. I mean, we don't know he stopped. I mean, he could still be sniffing people on the slide. We don't know. He could secretly bring in children, sniff them up, and have the Secret Service usher them out. I mean, that could be. I mean, they would bring hookers in for presidents. Why wouldn't they bring in small children for Joe Biden to sniff? So I think Ron Johnson is really, really going to task for, I don't know what. I don't know why he would say that. I mean, I guess I understand the spirit of what he's saying. Well, it's mostly public, so it's not like he's going to be blackmailed. But why? You're a Republican. You're a Republican defending a Democratic president who some people say, not me, YouTube, honk honk, wink wink, that the election was not all that it seemed. So, Johnson explained in an interview on the John Solomon Reports podcast that public awareness helps diffuse, quote, the counterintelligence, the extortion threat posed. Since anything that China, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Romania know regarding the, quote, these foreign entanglements of the Biden family can be used to affect policy, could affect our national security. Yeah, that's assuming that's all there is. There's probably way more stuff we don't know about. The Bidens are compromised. It's as simple as that. They shouldn't be allowed in public office. Not president, not senator, nothing. Neither one of these guys should be near the levers of power. Oh, but tell me again how you love the status quo. Biden calls transition obstruction by Defense Department irresponsible. President-elect, not the president-elect yet, takes aim at what he calls Trump's go-it-alone approach to foreign policy. Yeah, and Biden is the guy, tell me what to do. I'm a frail old man. What do the corporations want me to do? Oh, I'm sure that's best for America. I'll leave my grandchildren with millions. The grandchildren who have to be bailed out of DUIs, I guess. So this is the one bright spot, actually, that Trump may not leave office. The fact that the transition team, the Biden transmission team, still haven't gotten all the data from the Defense Department. Now, it just might be Trump sticking it to him. It could just be general incompetence. But if Trump is going to make this amazing play on January 6th, God willing, then it would make perfect sense, right? He wouldn't want Biden to have classified information. There's a meme going around the internet, and I don't know if it's true. It's probably not. But the meme is they gave the Biden transmission team a little information, and it ended up on the CCP's, like, I don't know what you'd call it, their traffic that they monitor over computers. So in other words, they gave a little bit of fake intel to the Biden team, and the Chinese got it like a day later. Is it true? Well, I have mixed feelings about it. If it is true, I hope to God Trump has this magic play that keeps him as president and that Biden goes down for it. If it's not true, that's probably good. It may be, and this is why we have to be careful, it may just be static to discredit Trump fans and get them arguing with each other, to get them to say crazy things that aren't true. It's not provable either way, really. I mean, it's hard to prove a negative. But, I don't think it's good for Trump fans to engage in too much speculation. I mean, it's fine to sort of, I do it. We flesh out some things, but you just have to sort of keep them in context. A lot of what I do is speculation and guessing and just talking about stuff. That doesn't mean it's fact. That doesn't mean, I thought SCOTUS would save us. They didn't. I think if they had heard the case, they would have been forced to do something, but just didn't work out that way. So it may be that the Biden transition team is just hitting a bump and they're just using it to dig at Trump on his way out, or vice versa, or both. But it is interesting that they still haven't gotten total cooperation yet. Trump administration fortifies ban on U.S. investment in Chinese military companies. Thank you. Thank you for that. The administration is prohibiting all exchange-traded funds and index funds from financing Chinese military companies. Well, this should have been a no-brainer. The fact that Trump had to do this at all tells you just how bad the previous administration was with this nonsense. I had no idea. In fact, I thought Obama was a bit of a warmonger when it came to China when he did the Pacific Pivot. And it didn't really go anywhere, but the fact that he sent carrier groups and all that kind of stuff, turns out that that was just for show, because behind the scenes, his own VP is making deals with China. And where is Obama on that? Why would Obama help Biden if he knew about that? Why wouldn't he call him out, or at least not help him? At least not help him. I mean, that's bad. That's bad. That Obama just goes along with Joe and the DNC. It's bad, because he has no reason to do that. He doesn't have a political career anymore. He's a two-term ex-president. He's not going back into politics. What's he going to do? Become a senator now? No. He's ex-president. Ex-presidents pretty much retire, and that's it for them. They're done. They've had the top job. What's the point of going into becoming a senator after that? There's rumors that Obama might be a chief justice or something. I don't think that's happening. I think that would be totally insane. But, I think it's a real disappointment to allow these guys in the White House at all. There were so many other candidates in the Democratic Party, and any one of them probably would have been better than Biden. Any single one of them. Even Bernie would have been better, because at least Bernie, we know what we're getting. Mao say burn. Sorry. That's the next one. Anyhow, in terms of January 6th, I wish I could go, but I just can't. And that's partly on me for scheduling days off ahead of time, but I didn't know about the rally until after that. But I will be here cheering you on, and hopeful that Pence does flip it, or at least washes his hands of it and says, "You guys figure this out. I'm out." That's my biggest hope, that Pence will be so spineless that he won't even want to put his fingerprints on the decision, and that he'll just push it aside and say, no, I can't make this decision. This is too big. There's too much malfeasance here. Here you go. Let the Congress do a contingent election and figure it out. I think that's our best shot. And I think with people showing up on January 6th, he might be intimidated into doing that. And I think you might get a lot of people in Congress intimidated too. And if not, as I've said to some Trump supporters, you just got to hold it together, because Trump does have power. You have to follow Trump's lead in this. You stay united under Trump, you have power. Trump could start a TV station tomorrow with 20 million viewers and dominate the news landscape. That's power. That would change everything, right? Sponsors, corporations would suddenly be, we got to advertise on Trump TV. That's 20 million people. You would suddenly see a huge shift, and he has more people than that, really. But I'm saying that 20 million people would probably watch every day at least. Also, all these Trump supporters, if you bring them to particular companies and buy their products, if you have them support particular, politicians, they will learn that if you don't give the Trump fans something, you don't get ahead in this world. That's what 2022 is going to prove, I think. Even with all the problems with the voting system. Allegedly. YouTube doesn't acknowledge it, and neither do I. Honk honk, wink wink. Anyhow, that's my thoughts on Biden. I know. It's not a very happy time.